Hi friends, it's Tilly, and today we'll be making a dress for Valentine's Day. I recently went on a Disney trip and was inspired by Minnie Mouse's fashion. I was pinning all of her amazing outfits afterwards and ran into this beautiful dress that is a take on her classic dress with hearts instead for Valentine's Day. And I absolutely love it, but it's not quite the silhouette that is normally my style. So I went and found a pattern that I really liked, and I chose this pattern from Dressmaking Amore. It's not sponsored, I've never used their patterns before, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. I also got this fabric in a classic red. It's a crepe fabric that I've pre-washed. And I also grabbed some Sport Flex iron-on in white for the hearts that I will be cutting out and ironing onto the fabric. So with the idea and plan in place, we'll go ahead and start cutting out. Good morning, it is day 2. Yesterday was a little bit of a late night when I got started, so I only traced out the pattern pieces onto the crepe. I haven't cut it out yet because I was worried about it fraying, and I need to change my overlock machine from white thread to red thread, which is always kind of just a process, so I haven't done that yet. I think what I'll do is cut everything out and then do the overlocking. So I have this red satin that I'm going to be using for the lining. It's leftover from my Evil Queen project, which I love being able to use fabric from my stash, so that is awesome. And if you haven't seen those videos, the Making of Evil Queen is super fun, and I'll put that playlist down in the description below or in the corner over here so you can check it out after this video. So next I'll go ahead and cut out the lining. I actually don't like this satin in particular because of how shiny and cheap it looks. So what I end up doing is cutting it out with the shiny side as the wrong side of the fabric and the matte side as the right side of the fabric. And I like it a lot more. It doesn't say in the instructions what to overlock, so I'm just gonna overlock everything. Look how giant these sleeves are. This is gonna be so much fun. I've overlocked everything. Everything's cut out. It's all prepped and ready to go. It's 3 o'clock though, and I'm a little tired and I need to edit another video. So I'm going to call it a day here, but I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to day 3. We are going to be cutting out the hearts today to iron them onto the fabric before construction. I want to put on the hearts before we put it together in order to just have it be easier on ourselves. So first I need to determine how big I want the hearts to be. So I will print them on the Cricut out of paper first, and then we can determine how big they should be in the spacing compared to the mini dress to then cut them out. So I went ahead and printed out 3 sizes of hearts. I think this one is super cute, but I do think it's a little small compared to her dress. Because when we do look at the dress, you can see that it's hard because we don't really have a good reference because her hands are bigger than a person's hands because they're gloves, but they do look quite sizable when it comes to the scale. So I'm going to take out this smaller heart. The hard part now though is really these two are different, but not significantly to the point where, you know, I think one decision's incorrect compared to the mini example. So maybe we'll do the big hearts just because I think it will make a pretty big impact and I can kind of space them out a little bit more. I think because of the lack of time, I might go with the bigger heart just so I can get away with doing less of them. Great, so I now have 12 of these hearts cut out. This is the only one that I've weeded out though to do the test. And I have my ironing cover on. My iron is heating up. I have a piece of scrap muslin to help protect the fabric. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, so I haven't put in the dart yet, which kind of might be a mistake because I have to now make sure that I don't interfere with the dart and the zipper or the seam there. So let's see. Can I place this like here and have this not interfere? I'm like doing it in phases because I'm really nervous. Okay. If it's bad, it's the back. Oh, it looks good. Don't jinx it, because it looks good. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, it looks good. I'm so happy. It looks great. It looks great. It doesn't hit the dart. It's not gonna impact our seam allowance. Oh my God, look at it, it's so good. Oh, okay. Now I've got like 12 more of these to do. All right, and with this heart ironed on, I am officially out of hearts, so I'll need to go to Joann's to get another roll of the iron-on vinyl. But for now, I think I can pause on that because I want to start some of the construction. So I think what I'm going to do next is start with the lining construction. Before I can start in construction, we need more ironing. I'm going to iron on some interfacing onto the bodice. I'm assuming to help it with keeping its shape, but we also add stay stitching. I guess maybe just to strengthen the seams. Okay. I've never done a step where you like reinforce all of your bodice seams with interfacing like this, so it's really interesting. But it's done. So I've done that for all the bodice pieces, on the outside bodice pieces. Next, we can go ahead and sew the darts. So I'll sew the darts in the back pieces on both the fashion fabric and our lining. Great, okay, I've stitched the darts and I accidentally pinned through the hearts, but apparently if you take an iron to it, it kind of just melts the hole and you can't see it. So that's a fun, good thing to know. From here, I can stitch together the princess seams on the bodice. So we'll go ahead and do that for the lining and the fashion fabric. I'm so excited, and I think it looks good, but like, are the hearts too big? I don't know, the hearts might be too big. Woo. I think it's gonna look cute regardless, but I do think they might be a little bigger than I intended to make them. Trust the process type of moment where I'm not sure. Let's keep going with the side seams next. And with the stay stitching at the neckline done, I can go ahead and attach the lining to the bodice. With the lining understitched and the armhole stay stitched, it's looking like a bodice. All right, yeah, okay. So I will confirm that the hearts seem big, but I'm hoping the skirt helps. And I'm just really excited. The project's going super well. This pattern is great. She's done a really good job with the pattern and the instructions. Everything's super clear, which is phenomenal. So this is looking really good and I'm super happy. But next we can work on the sleeves. I stitched the side seams of the sleeves together and then looked at the next page of steps and just decided to call it an end. It's like 10 o'clock, I'm tired, I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm going to set this aside for now and we'll start again tomorrow. See you then. All right, it's day 4. I've got my giant coffee, I've got my giant sleeves, and I'm excited to see how they turn out. I'm really liking the giant puffy sleeves. I can see why everyone has been like obsessed with them the last few years. So we'll create the casings for the hem of the sleeve and the shoulder and then put in the elastic. Then we'll attach them. I then attach the sleeves to the bodice before adding the elastic at the top of the shoulder. All right, and that wraps up day 4. I have to head to a Super Bowl party, but I'm really excited with how it's progressing. I think it's super cute. The sleeves add a really fun, nice detail to it. I'm loving this fabric. It's, for once, a project that's going exceedingly well. So fingers crossed, knock on some wood, that I haven't just jinxed it for tomorrow, but tomorrow hopefully we'll be able to finish quickly by doing the skirt, the hearts on the skirt, and then we'll put in the zipper. Oh, I'm really excited. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome to day 5, which is going to be the last day because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I'm not running into another deadline. I don't know what you're talking about. But it's going to be a great day. Pretty much all that's left is the skirt and the zip. So first I need to cut out more hearts because I am out of hearts. So I went to Joann's yesterday and got another roll of the Cricut iron-on Sports Flex to be able to make more of the hearts. And then from there, we can iron them onto the skirt and put the skirt and the lining together. Great, with the hearts on, I can start stitching up the skirt. With this skirt gathered, we can go ahead and stitch it. I think zippers are my least favorite part about sewing. I feel like they're just pretty intimidating for me personally, and I feel like they just get messed up really easily, but I'm hopeful that this goes well. I have an invisible zipper foot, so I'm hoping that I can just easily get this one done, and then I'll overcome my qualms, fears, doubts, my self-doubt about zippers. Maybe this will be the project. All right, just 2 more steps and then we're done. I'm going to hem the dress, and then I think instead of following her instructions entirely, I think I might hand stitch the lining in place at the zipper and then tack it in a few places like she talks about, because I think I'll just have a little bit more control than having it go through the machine. So I'm going to hand stitch the last step. All right, and there we have it, the finished dress. I'm so excited. It turned out so cute. It fits super well. I love the pattern. I'll definitely use this pattern again and the pattern maker again. She's awesome. And it's one of the best things I've made in a while and my favorite thing I've made this year for sure. That being said, there are a few things that I learned from this pattern, one being the material. I think I'd choose different material next time because this material, I don't know if it's interacting with the lining or if it's just the material itself, but it's like static clinging against my legs, which is not the most flattering thing. And I find that Spanx do help just to like reduce some of that static, but it is very annoying. The second thing is I didn't distribute the gathers as evenly as I should have, and sometimes it creates weird little ripples in the front that I don't love, but that's entirely on me just doing not a great job gathering. And then the last thing that I would also focus on for next time is the zipper. This is by far the best invisible zipper installation I've done so far, but I know I can improve. So those are the few things that I'm going to focus on for next time. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, not really tutorial video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.